Good morning and welcome to the 2022 graduation ceremony for the School of Health and Sports Sciences. The ceremony will be starting soon. Please switch off your mobile phones or turn them to silent. We hope that you enjoy yourselves this morning. Although it's a formal occasion, it is also a celebration. Please feel free to clap, cheer your graduating students, not just your own, but everyone. They have well-deserved awards and we need to celebrate every single one of them. If you've got young children and they become restless, please do feel that you can step outside if you need to. Don't worry, you'll be allowed back in and you won't miss your students' big moment. Feel free to take as many photographs as you like, but be mindful to keep the aisles clear, all of them, each side and the middle. Eden Ravenscroft will be taking a photograph of each graduating student as they cross the stage. These will be available to collect at the end of the ceremony. The ceremony is also being recorded and will be available to purchase. At the end of the ceremony, our graduates will exit via the main entrance of the marquee. Our stewards will guide guests out of the marquee via the side exit where you can meet your graduate on the waterfront. So, graduands, are you ready to graduate? I'm going to ask again. Are you ready to graduate? Yeah. That's more like it. Now, please, all stand for the procession.
Good morning, and a wonderful morning it is. As Chancellor, I warmly welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the School of Health and Sports Sciences. It gives me great pleasure to declare this congregation open. Please be seated. May I extend my congratulations to each of you and wish you every success in your future. The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Helen Langton, will now address the congregation.
Thank you, Chancellor. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see you all here this morning, looking expectant, and I hope you really enjoy your time with us today. For the majority of the 2022 graduates, it's absolutely been an unexpected journey over the last 3 years, coping with a pandemic, working and learning from home, particularly for most of the 2021 academic year. And yet, whilst all of us, students, staff, parents, partners, family and friends, had different challenges to overcome, you have continued to study, to progress and achieve, and here you are today, marking the culmination of all your hard work. And I want to say that I and my colleagues are all extremely proud of all that you've achieved. The University of Suffolk's values include transformation and change, creativity, collaboration, inclusivity and empowerment. We are here as a global university, rooted in Suffolk and our region, and yet impacting economically, socially, and culturally far beyond our borders, including internationally. As our students, we watch you change and transform yourselves and the lives of those around you as you study here with us. You also demonstrate that you are creative and collaborative. You act in ways that are inclusive and empowering, and you are a credit to the university as our ambassadors. Many of you tell us that you've learnt an enormous amount in your time with us about the subject you've been studying, about yourselves, and that this has led you to personal change and transformation. I urge you to be really proud of all that you have become as you take whatever the next step looks like in your own life journey. At last year's graduation, and indeed at some of the ceremonies this year, I've lost count of the many students who said to me, "I never thought I could do this," or "I so nearly gave up." And then this was followed by how proud they were of themselves and their achievements. Never forget this feeling, the hard work that you undertook to ensure that you could succeed. What a journey you've undertaken, and today is the pinnacle of all that effort. Although I have to say that, like many mountain climbers, you reach the peak only to discover that there is another peak beyond it, and you look and then inspire to achieve further, longer, and higher. I also want to recognise your family and friends who've also supported you along the way, no doubt with encouraging words, instilling self-belief, and picking you up and dusting you down when the going got tough. Their words and deeds of support often make a huge difference, and it's worth remembering this and ensuring that we also use positive words and expectations for ourselves and for others as we encourage each and every one of us to continue to be ambitious. I want today's focus to be on you, our graduands, but it would be remiss of me not to say something about us as a university. The University of Suffolk is proud to call itself a modern community impact university. As well as the usual measures of teaching and research, we judge our success on the extent to which we enhance the lives and opportunities of the people and communities we serve by widening access and participation in higher education. It is at the heart of what we do. We are extremely proud that according to national statistics, 92% of our graduates are in employment or further study 15 months after graduating. We're climbing various league tables. We've scored above average in the National Student Survey this year for the first time and are generally being seen as an increasing force for good in our region. We've implemented a new and reimagined approach to our student learning. We've had significant building development going on around our campus, ensuring that students have state-of-the-art facilities to learn in. Last year, we opened our new Digitech Centre on Adastral Park, giving students access to extraordinary opportunities with amazing resources and access to the 150 plus businesses that are based out there. This year, we've opened the new Health and Wellbeing building to house the newly created Integrated Care Academy, along with the latest technology for our health students. And I'm really sorry that most of you haven't had the chance to actually study in there. You'll have to come back and have a real go in there and do some learning further down the line. This has also seen us partner with our regional NHS and social care partners, along with others which include Suffolk Mind, St Elizabeth's Hospice and Healthwatch Suffolk. And of course the Hold, the Suffolk Archive, opened on our campus 2 years ago. We are now looking to our next building project, exploring sporting facilities on campus, which I know that more and more students are looking for as part of their wider student experience. This year, the University of Suffolk also received the outcomes of its first submission to the internationally recognised Research Excellence Framework. I was absolutely delighted with our results that saw at least 70% of our outputs rated as 3 and 4 star, which means internationally acclaimed and world-leading. For a young university, this is an amazing result and should give you, as our graduates, confidence to know that you'll be graduating from a university with such an amazing emerging track record in research. What a great starting point for us and for you. And our plans for the next assessment will be even bigger and better than this time round. So I do encourage you to continue to take an interest in your university, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. You never know when you may wish to come back for further study, although probably right now that's the furthest thing from your mind, or to be able to claim these successes in relation to your own journey too. I'm extremely proud of us, my colleagues and students who are the University of Suffolk. None of this has happened without an extraordinary amount of innovation and hard work. And as graduates, you can be very proud of the part that you have played in helping us to achieve this, as well as being proud to graduate from a growing and successful university. Congratulations to all the students on the BA Dance programme, the BSc Sport and Exercise Science, the BSc Sport Performance Analysis, and the BSc Strength and Conditioning degrees. Given that your degrees were so practical in their nature, you have shown fantastic resilience and determination to continue during the COVID pandemic. Some of the online sessions for dance were incredibly creative, a credit to all involved. And students on the sports sciences degrees undertook remote placement experiences with professional sports teams. All this creativity and resilience will prepare you for your graduate careers ahead. And whilst we congratulate you all, we would like to pay particular thanks to Madeline Wright for being such a dedicated course representative for BA Dance. And congratulations also to Samantha Fulcher for winning a National Student Prize from the prestigious Physiological Society. The CT, MRI and chest and abdomen reporting students are the first to graduate from the University of Suffolk, as this is new provision, so well done. We are very proud of you. Similarly, the advanced practice and reporting in computed tomography colonography is the only course in the UK, so you are unique graduates. Some of the staff who undertook postgraduate studies may have also taught our undergraduate students on the radiography and radiotherapy courses. It is great to have registrants and students graduating together, and we hope that some of our undergraduate students may well come back to study on these specialised courses in a year or two's time. I want to acknowledge colleagues from the School of Health and Sports Sciences, alongside all the staff in our professional services, who've supported you as students throughout your university journey. Colleagues, you've all worked tirelessly to support today's graduands, again particularly over the last couple of years, and I am deeply grateful for all that you have done and continue to do. Here at the University of Suffolk, we are proud of our ethos, which means that staff and students at Suffolk can build more meaningful relationships that might not be possible elsewhere. And this is not only intentional on our behalf, but requires significant effort, which I know that you appreciate. Graduands, can I encourage you to stay in touch, be active in our growing alumni community. I hope that you will take pride in being a graduate and an alumni of the university, and will continue to be our ambassadors throughout your life and career, as well as being agents for change. Graduation is an ideal time to stop and reflect, to look back at what's been achieved and to look forward to the future. When our graduates can look forward to the future in both senses of the term, we have all achieved something special. So I will end with a quote from Michael Josephson. He said, "Take pride in how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey." May I extend my congratulations to each and every one of you and wish you every success in your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Each year, the university honours selected individuals in recognition of their outstanding achievement or distinction by the conferment of an honorary award. This may be for their contribution to the educational or cultural well-being of society or to business, industry or enterprise, for academic distinction or services to academic disciplines of particular interest to the university, for public or community service that exceeds professional or job requirements, achievement in the face of disadvantage, or for an exceptional contribution to the university. It is a great privilege to begin this ceremony with the award of an honorary degree, which will be conferred by the Chancellor, Professor Helen Pankhurst. I invite the orator, Dr. Paul Driscoll Evans, Pro-Vice Chancellor for Health and Wellbeing, to present the honorary graduate to the Chancellor.
Chancellor, the Senate of the University has resolved that the degree of Doctor of the University be conferred upon Dr. Harry Brunges. Dr. Brunges is a proud Suffolk man, a family man, a man of many diverse interests, and a true role model. Harry comes from a family of educators and entertainers. His father, Harry Sr., was a variety and radio star in the 1950s, and Harry Jr. spent his formative years in Corton, a small clifftop village between Lowestoft and Great Yarmouth. He looks back at his childhood in Suffolk fondly. Harry's early education was at St Margaret's School in North Lowestoft, and at the age of 11, Harry went to Bedford Modern School on a scholarship, but he spent all his holidays back on the East Coast. Harry read medicine at Guy's Hospital and St Thomas's Hospital and was awarded a degree in anatomy from London University. During his studies, he followed in the footsteps of his father, who later became a head teacher, working as a professional pianist and entertainer. He was even one of the legendary Butlin's Redcoats. During this time, he routinely treaded the boards on stage and appeared on television. As much as he enjoyed all the opportunities presented to him, ultimately his passion for medicine won out, and he dedicated himself to working in the NHS. Harry had a varied and rewarding career in healthcare. One of the most striking reflections on his time in the NHS was his experience of being on call in accident emergency during the 1984 Grand Hotel IRA bombing. He is proud to have been able to assist during this most challenging of incidents. As you may have gathered, Harry has many strings to his bow. He is also an entrepreneur, as well as being a medic and entertainer. After working in the health service for 14 years, in 1995, Harry founded Coro Health, a national conglomerate providing medical services to major corporate brands. Harry was able to successfully transfer many of the skills he developed as a medic into the corporate world, and using these, he led Coro Health to huge international success. Dr. Brunges' passion for the arts has always burnt bright. Throughout his career, he's balanced on the interface between science and showbiz. His boundless energy meant that Harry once again found himself on stage performing in a docudrama, Dial Medicine for Murder, for 2 seasons at the Edinburgh Festival, before going on a national tour. As an aside, we are pleased to say that we're working very hard to make Harry's show come here to Ipswich so we can all enjoy the performance. Harry's passion for the arts crystallised in him taking up the role of chair of the English National Opera and chair of the London Coliseum in 2015. Harry has led both organisations from strength to strength, and he is particularly proud of leading them through the COVID-19 pandemic, and that they remain strong and viable endeavours after what is one of the most significant challenges the arts industry has ever encountered. Harry has also been the chair of and on the governing body of 2 schools, the Southwark Cathedral Development Trust, and was a founding fellow of the College of Medicine, where he also served as a former vice president. Harry is married to the singer, dancer, choreographer and director, the wonderful Jackie Story, and has 4 children and several young grandchildren. Harry contacted the University of Suffolk a year or so ago, asking how he could help us, and this has led to a growing understanding of the university by Harry, and he has been a brilliant ambassador for us, which he does leading out of his Suffolk history and heritage. Harry is a great example of what a person can achieve with the help of education, aspiration, and, no doubt, some perspiration as well. Dr. Harry Brunges is a polymath. He is comfortable in many different professional settings and is a consummate communicator. I am so very pleased to recommend Harry as an honorary graduate of the University of Suffolk. Chancellor, I present to you Harry Brunges.
That's some introduction, isn't it? So they say in show business, never follow yourself. And anyway, there we are. Look, can I just start by saying thank you, Vice-Chancellor, guests, family, friends, and most importantly, our new graduates over there. It is, as been said, a great privilege for me to be here today receiving an honorary degree. And what a thrill. Suffolk is very much part of my early life and my own foundation. So standing here is extremely nostalgic. As was said, I was brought up on the East Coast. As I often say, two people in the world of opera hail from Lowestoft. One name you may know immediately, Benjamin Britten. But the other name will not be so familiar to you, Harry Brungers. I must confess, mind you, to being born in Norwich. My mother started the process at Lowestoft Hospital, but to use medical speak, I was a blue light ambulance to Norwich, where I eventually came into this world at 11 pounds. I am a rare and interesting medical case. As you can tell by my size, I was born fully formed. As introduced, my life has been a confusion of show business and science. My father was a variety star, radio star in the 1950s, toured the country, including Great Yarmouth, when that summer town was in its pomp. As a family, we settled just north of Lowestoft on the cliff top in a little village called Corton. My father was a major influence on me, and as a teenager, he started me as an entertainer in the holiday camps. I was, as has been declared, a Butlin's redcoat, hidey high, on the East Anglian coast. This was, can I tell you, a crash course in communication and the art of human interaction. Butlin's was the university of life. I quickly graduated into the theatre world across the length and breadth of the country, and I played the empires, the hippodromes, the palaces, the pavilions, the theatre royals, working with many of the big names of the day. The full J.B. Priestley's The Good Companions. However, we all have a mother, and there's lots of mothers at the back of the room here today. And I most certainly had a mother. And my mother was having none of this show business. Approaching my 20th birthday, she drove me down the A12, the Guy's Hospital, and literally marched me through the gates. It's pure serendipity that I was at Guy's at the same time as your Vice-Chancellor, Professor Langton. We had no fancy titles then. We were just plain Helen and Harry, but we never met. My subsequent career encompassed hospital medicine at Guy's, general practice, several years in Harley Street, and it's also been said, for the last 30 years, which is a long story, the world of business and finance in the City of London. But to reiterate, my life has been this confusion of science and show business. I'm about to start my 9th year as chair of English National Opera and the Coliseum Theatre, the biggest theatre in the West End of London. I suspect my doubting mother may have approved of both of these roles. There is, of course, another woman central to my life. Medicine gave me my career, and show business gave me my wife. Jackie is now chair of All England Dance, a trustee at Sadler's Wells, and as a singer and as a dancer, performed like myself in resorts up and down the East Coast, Great Yarmouth, Lowestoft, and Felixstowe, and all that hot gossip. One thing which did not exist in my entertainment heyday in the 1970s was the University of Suffolk. Now, what a revelation it is. I have thoroughly enjoyed my visits to the campus. I'm aware this is a modern university dating from 2007. The central hub is Ipswich, with further campuses in Bury St Edmunds, Lowestoft, and somewhat cheekily, Great Yarmouth, which is just over the border in Norfolk, as I'm sure you all know. Such progress has been made. What a vibrant, cosmopolitan, and inspiring student population. 18,000 individuals, approximately 50% mature students, with an enviable gender balance. There are excellent facilities, a large and wide-ranging campus, an impressive list of disciplines to study, in fact, a dazzling array of opportunities to accommodate all interests and passions. Now, if I can address the graduates, I commend you all on your academic success. As a graduate from the University of Suffolk, you can walk out into the world with your head held high, confident, raring to go, and able to confront all that life throws at you. Believe me, those challenges will come. Trust the old doctor. Life is not a game of perfect. Everything I have in life started in Suffolk, so I say to you, cherish your time at the University of Suffolk. This is a wonderful place, constantly challenging, humane, diverse, and not resting on its laurels. It is that spirit which will sustain you, and like your university, please remain young in spirit, always curious, energetic, and innovative. Your time here in Suffolk is an inheritance that belongs to you, but also belongs to all of us. It's a story about all of us, and a story that never ends. I was told 8 minutes by the Vice-Chancellor, so I won't drone on. In fact, as a schoolboy in Bedford, I sat through 7 years of speech days. There was nothing worse than some grey-haired old man getting up and talking incessantly. What is sad is that I am now that grey-haired old man. Where has 50 years gone? Now, I'd like to leave you a little bit of show business, if I may, a little bit of nonsense. I mentioned my parents who died in recent years. I had to clear out the family home, which we all have to do, in Corton. All very sad, but what treats did I find in the loft? Or to quote Charles Dickens, another Suffolk resident, what larks. Years and years of my early days were carefully packed away. I found a slide rule. Do they exist now? They're gone? Gone. I found a logs book. Logarithms mean anything? No. Sad, tragic old man. I found my Lowestoft Town football rattle. I found my first cricket bat. And Vice-Chancellor, forgive me, even a book which didn't make its way back to the school library. However, I found something special and something I couldn't resist bringing today. Now, I know some of the graduates may find this sad and tragic, to quote modern vernacular, but nevertheless, here goes. The university kindly gowned me up for today's talk here today. But let me just de-gown, if I just may, for a second. This is my dresser. You all have a dresser in the West End of London. Welcome to show business. I'll just talk. Are you available for pantomime? So that's how I look today, but I just want to tell you, this is how I used to look on the East Coast. On the East Coast as a Butland Dreadcoat 50 years ago. And Vice-Chancellor, can I say, it still fits? Thank you very much. It's been a blast. Thank you for tolerating me.
What I may not be so good at is multitasking. Thank you very much, Harry, and congratulations on your award. We now move to the conferment of awards to our students. This is one of a number of congregations during which over 3,100 students will have been given their awards. I now invite the Dean of the School of Health and Sports Sciences, Dr. Sam Chenery Morris, to present candidates from the school for their award.
Good morning, graduates, family and friends. On behalf of the school, I would like to offer our heartfelt congratulations on your immense achievements. As part of the ceremony, it is necessary for us to hear statements of authority for the conferral of the awards that will be made today. As Dean of the School of Health and Sports Sciences, I confirm that all eligible candidates have met the regulations and requirements of the awarding bodies and are therefore eligible for their awards. By the authority of the University of Suffolk Senate, all candidates presented at this ceremony, in person or in absentia, will be conferred or granted the degrees, diplomas and certificates to which they are entitled. On behalf of the school and all of your lecturers, I would like to say how incredibly proud we are of all of our students graduating here today. We will now move to the presentation of the candidates for their awards. I invite the Chancellor, Professor Helen Pankhurst, to confer their awards. I have the pleasure in presenting the candidates from the School of Health and Sports Sciences for the awards for which they have qualified. For the Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Dance, Katie Pickering. Sophie Louise Reed. Madeline Wright. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sports and Exercise Science, Reese Brown. Corey Matthew Bugg. Thomas Cricknell. Samantha Mary Fulcher. Sophie Louise Holmes. Oliver Page. Fran Ellen Parslow. Jenna May Ramsey. William Matthew Stobart. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sport Performance Analysis, Jack Banks. Connor Bilner. Jonathan Ely. Kira Flatt. Anthony Hark. Thomas James Hughes. Joseph Murphy. Bachelor of Science with honours in Strength and Conditioning, Lewis Christopher Barker. Harry Thomas Peter Mansell. Adam Rogers. Sion Wren. Bachelor of Science with honours in Diagnostic Radiography, Amy Rose Adkins. Umi Arman. Azra Baha. William Barnden. Rahul Bissa. Emma Rose Broadhouse. Stephanie Victoria Cranwell. Mohammed Ali Dahir. Stacey Shandaray Darby. Melissa Karen Drury. Amy Louise England. Pippa Faulkner. Connor Ford. Melanie Jane Roy Gaffney. Carolyn George. Lucy Gibson. Amy Sarah Giddens. Brigitte Guavzuta. Alice Humphreys. Daniel. Daniel Hussein. Simran Kaur. Gwyneth Gale Batty Kimpa Oy. Stephanie Rosalind Leonard. Kieran Sol Locke. Azrin Mamundi. Natalie McIntyre. Jessica McLean Wright. Shreen Miko. Chloe Mitchell. Lewis Christopher Montague. Arti Nagundram. Jack Noble. Zainab Bolatito Olunglea. Sarah Onakoya. Eleanor Frances Pace. Alex James Pottle. Elizabeth Ann Pratt. Alexandra Maria Radcliffe. Sabrina Raymond. Kimberly Diane Rule. Shajwan Sabir. Megan Sadler. Caitlin Center. for Sean Smith. Jasmine Diana Grace Snell. Amber Taylor. Oliver Taylor. Shannon Elizabeth Terrace. Vanya Felipa Torres Moso. Layla Zarulai Amari. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Radiotherapy and Oncology, Max Burrows. Alice May Iris Facey. James Harden. Anna K. Amanda Hemmings. Rachel Hoare. Jessica Grace Gillings. Emily Louise Jordan. Alice Diane Kitchen. Isaiah Ogunda. Sean Sharji. Rachel Wilding. Maddie Ann Williams. Eloise Rose Wilson. Postgraduate Certificate in Computed Tomography, Rachel Charlotte Crook. Daniel Furness. Kevin Mortimer. Postgraduate Certificate in Advanced Practice and Reporting in Computed Tomography Colonography, Justin Anthony Clark. Joanne Leslie Haddad. Jonathan Shaw. Alexandra Patricia Whale. Nicholas Wong. That completes the presentations from the School of Health and Sports Sciences.
Thank you. I now have pleasure in inviting one of our new graduates, Vanya Torres Mosso, to address the congregation.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates and guests, I have the honour and the pleasure of giving the vote of thanks on behalf of the graduates from the School of Health and Sports Sciences here today. Now, let us reminisce to a little over 3 years ago. The bubbling excitement of a new path ahead, new friends, sharing experiences, and the admiration of knowledge held by our lecturers. So unknowingly, we were months away from a global pandemic, a moment in time we have never thought possible beyond the pages of history books, where life as we knew it ceased to exist. Despite all our challenges, we suddenly realize how incredibly adaptable, resilient, and fearless we are. We've made it. So I'd like to thank... I'd like to extend a few heartfelt thanks to Chris Cobb and Holly Hadwin for their kindness, humanity, and compassion when I needed it the most. To Ruth Strudwick for being faster than the speed of light, replying to late-night emails with great advice and direction. To our practice educators, Charlotte Wright and Louise Mason, for their remarkable dedication and support throughout our placement. A special thanks to my family, who have endured, pretty much like most of yours, the sacrifice and exhaustion alongside me. My husband and my daughters, Yasmin and Chloe, they are what I most treasure, who I most want to impress, and whom I want to make the proudest of. So my wish for them and all of you is this: stay honest and inspired. Remain curious. Believe in yourself, and most importantly, be your own competition. So and now, to show our appreciation to our parents, partners, family, friends, tutors, and everyone who has helped us along the way, could I please ask all graduates to stand up? And now join me in a round of applause. Thank you, and I wish everyone the best of luck for the future.
Thank you, Vanya. We are now approaching the end of the graduation ceremony, which will be formally closed by the Chancellor. Please can I ask graduates and guests to remain in their seats while the procession leaves the stage. Our stewards will then direct you accordingly.
Thank you all for coming, every single one of you. And congratulations to everyone who has received an award today. I hope that you've all enjoyed the ceremony and will take away positive memories. I know this is the end of this formal element and the celebrations will continue, but for now, please stand and remain in your places to watch the stage party progress. I now declare the congregation closed.